So I'm just quickly moving the slides. I'm not telling you to read. These are the slides which we have already covered. These are the internal organs which we have done. Why all of your hands are raised? I've not asked any question till now. This is heart, this is liver. Heart is again an organ which completely, it beats on throughout our life. Yes. And it will only stop when we will die. Then is internal organs, stomach and intestines. This also I have discussed. The stomach is a muscular organ and it helps in the digestion of the food. After the food is being digested, it moves to the intestine. There are two types of intestine which we have discussed, small intestine and the large intestine. So there also small intestine, again the digestion also takes place and the absorption of the food also takes place. Then the food moves to the large intestine. After that, kidneys, which I told you, it is a bean shaped and it helps to purify the blood and give out waste in the form of urine. These are all the internal organs which we have discussed till now. In the previous class, we have already discussed. Then were the external organs which we have discussed. These are the 5 external organs. And out of these 5, which is the largest external organ? Sayam?
Ma'am, the largest external organ is skin.
Skin. Pratyush, which is the largest internal organ?
And the largest internal organ is liver.
Liver. Good. Okay. So these are all the sense organ like eyes for sight, ears for hearing, tongue for taste, nose for smell, skin for touch. Is that clear? You can read this right part, everyone, on your own. No need to speak done, ma'am, read. Just give a thumbs up, that's enough. Thumbs up indicates you have done the thing, whatever I have told. Behave like mannered people. Good. Okay, next coming to what is our body made up of. As I have already told you that our body is made up of small parts, that is the cells. The cells, they combine together, perform a specific function and form a tissue. Tissues, they combine together, they form a specific particular function and they form an organ, like kidney is an organ, lung is an organ, heart is an organ, pancreas, liver, all these are organs. Then different organs in the body, they combine together. For example, if I take digestive system, as I've already explained also, like if I take one system, organ system, that is digestive system. So what are the organs they are combining together and performing the digestive system? It is like your stomach, small intestine, large intestine, rectum. Is that clear? So all these organs are of digestive system. So can we say the organs, they combine together, they work together and they form an organ system. Different organ systems like digestive system, respiratory system, reproductive system, nervous system, skeletal system, and many more. All these systems, they work together and they form a complete organism, like you and me are the complete organism. Clear? Now you can read it on your own, this slide. This I have already explained and I have explained again also. And this I have made you write also in the first class itself. Good. Those who have done, giving a thumbs up. Very good. Now you're behaving very properly. Nice students. Okay. Coming to the next part, that is again the human body. Like the matter is what? Everything which we see around us is matter. Like matter is made up of small atoms or molecules, or we can say the particles. In the same manner, our body is made up of cells, which I have already told you. A cell is the smallest unit of the body and performs all the functions necessary to keep the body alive and healthy. It is these cells only which are performing the functions. For example, our organs. What are our organs made of? Ultimately, everything is made up of cells in our body. Yes or no? Do you agree with this statement? Everything in our body is actually the basic unit is what? The basic unit is cells. So can we say the cells are the one which are performing all the functions of our body? Yes? Okay. Many cells join together to form tissues. This is also clear. Tissues join together to make organs. Several organs performing the same function are grouped together to form an organ system. There are 2006 bones in our body. They form the skeleton. Muscles are attached to the bones and they help in moving your body. What is and 600 muscles are there in the body. So what is the function of the muscles? The muscles, they are attached to the bones. Is that clear? Or the muscles, they help us in moving. If somebody asks you what is the role of muscles, the body movements are all due to our muscles, bones and muscles. Is this much clear to everyone? So bones, like bone is a straight one. This is a bone, but this is not moving. What is happening? The muscle, the joints, these are moving. Is that clear to everyone? So it is the muscles with which we are moving our body. Now these are what? These are the blood cells. Do you know that in our blood, there are 3 blood cells? Anyone knows about this information? No. Okay, no problem. So we have discussed external, we have discussed internal. Just check it, those who write that. Sayam, can you please tell me that whether I have made you write about external organs? Please check it. No or yes? Okay, means external are also covered. Okay, so cells are there. The cells combine to form tissues. The tissues, they work together to form organ. Different organs, they work together to form organ system. This flow chart should be learned in this form only. If you can't do organ system before then organ, remember that, okay? It will be in this manner only. An organ system, they form complete organism. This I have already told, again I have told, okay? Now, what happens? There are, if I take a unit that is blood, everyone knows flows in our body, everybody's body. In blood, what happens? There are 3 types of cells. This is the very general type of an information, or more than what is there written in the your slide. 3 types of cells are there. One is red blood cells, which is also known as RBCs. White blood cells, which you will study in 4th or 5th class, but little bit information I'm giving you here. And the third one is platelets. This is known as WBCs. RBCs, do you know why the color of the blood is red in color? This is, yes, Anam?
Ma'am, due to hemoglobin.
Very good. What happens? Our blood in the RBCs, they have a red color pigment is there that is known as hemoglobin. This hemoglobin gives the blood the red color. Clear to everyone? This hemoglobin, when which a short form is HB, we write as HB, that is hemoglobin. Okay, so red blood cells, they contain a red color pigment known as hemoglobin, which gives the blood the red color. And the oxygen which is transferred to all the body parts is carried by this hemoglobin only. So what is the function of hemoglobin? That it carries oxygen to all the body parts. Coming to white blood cells, these all are the cells which are found in the blood only. Okay. So white blood cells, it helps to fight with the infection. Any infection or any foreign material which enters our body, it helps to fight the infection. Clear? This is the function or the role of white blood cells. Coming to platelets, what is the role of platelets? These platelets, it helps in blood clotting. Can anyone tell me what is blood clotting? Suppose you got a wound, means you fallen down, your knee got hurt, you got a wound. What happens? After slowly time, what happens? It gets healed up. Yes, a rough type of material comes on the surface, isn't it? That is what? It is the blood clotting. Then which cells are responsible? It is the platelets which are responsible for the blood clotting. Blood clotting means blood ka rukna. Apne aap heal up hona. The healing process is going on in your body if you get some injury, isn't it? So that healing is due to the platelets. Clear this much, everyone? Any doubt? Yes, Pratyush?
What is hemoglobin?
Hemoglobin is a red colored pigment, like if we say in your leaves. I always say there is a green color pigment, chlorophyll. Remember? In the same manner, in our blood, there are red blood cells, and in the red blood cells, there is a red color pigment known as hemoglobin. And the role of the hemoglobin is to transfer or carry oxygen to all body parts, because blood is flowing to all body parts. Yes, so it is the role of the hemoglobin which carries the oxygen to all body parts. Yes, Vanya?
Ma'am, I don't understand what is the role of hemoglobin.
Hemoglobin carries oxygen to all body parts.
Okay.
I can write it here if you want me to write. Hemoglobin, the role of hemoglobin, it carries oxygen to all body parts. I've written on the top if anyone wants to.
What you have written in helps in blood, then ma'am?
Helps to fight infection, helps in blood clotting. Clotting means your wound will get healed up. Yes, Anna?
Ma'am, what is after carrying?
Carries oxygen, beta, oxygen.
Okay, ma'am.
I'm deleting it now. Okay. So these are the blood cells in our body which can be seen by microscope because they're very small. The digestive and the respiratory system is like this, okay? Then the diagram of the liver and all this digestive system, all these are there. There are trillions of cells in our body, 200 different kind of cells in our body, each type of cells performing a specific function. The working of different organs in our body is controlled by the... Pratyush, can you read all these 4 points?
Yes, ma'am. There are trillions of cells in our body. There are 200 different kinds of cells in our body. Each type of cell does a specific function. The working of different organs in the body is controlled by the nervous system. We need food, water, oxygen, and sunlight for the functioning of the body.
Clear too. I think very simple points are there. We all know and we are aware of these points. Okay. Next comes the respiratory system. Respiratory system is, as I've already, I think, discussed also, it consists of the pair of lungs. The trachea is there, the windpipe is there, then the trachea is there, then it bifurcates into your, like this. If I want to draw it, so this is trachea. The trachea bifurcates into these two are the bronchus or bronchi. This is your lung. These branches are known as bronchioles. And at the end of this, there is this like structure. I think this I've made also. These are like the small balls. These are known as alveoli. And in here only the exchange of gases occurs. And below this, below the lungs, there is one membrane layer. This is known as diaphragm.
Do not erase it.
This is known as diaphragm. First, without writing, first understand the process, please, everyone. Don't write, otherwise you will not understand. This is, I'm not deleting it, just understand the respiratory system. See, what happens? We are inhaling air, okay? I'm explaining you inhaling and exhaling, okay? Pratyush, inhaling air. When I'm inhaling air, what happens? The lungs, as you can see in the picture drawn, you can just see my actions and the picture which is drawn on the whiteboard. The lungs, what happens? It gets filled with air. When I'm inhaling air, what happens? The lungs get filled up with the air, and this diaphragm, which you can see, what happens? It gets straightened up, straight. Like right now it is bent, it will straighten up. Why straighten up? Because lungs will be filled, isn't it? When the lungs will expand, it will be filled. What happens? The diaphragm gets straightened up like this. Like this, it will get straightened up. This is I've shown with the dotted line, okay? And then what happens when I'm going to exhale the air, this diaphragm gets this position, which is actually I have drawn, okay? So it will rest. The lungs will also shrink because air has moved out. Is this much clear? This is how the movement going on with the diaphragm and the lungs. I'm taking in air, the lungs get filled up with the air, they get expand, the diaphragm gets straightened up, As soon as I exhale the air, I relax myself. What happens? The lungs shrink and the diaphragm becomes like in this position. Now you can draw. Wait 1 minute. Here, inhalation, we are taking oxygen, and exhalation, we are giving out carbon dioxide. Air goes out of lungs. And the diaphragm relaxes. Yes, Manu.
Ma'am, what you written here?
Where? Occurs. Exchange of gases occurs. Means oxygen taking in, carbon dioxide giving out. This is the exchange of gases. Yes, Sneha?
Ma'am, what have you written here after exchange of gases?
Occurs.
Okay, ma'am.
Diaphragm is what? It is a muscular layer below the lungs. Okay. Now, this much you have understood. Now you will understand better. Now read all these points, everyone, on your own. Now see, are you able to understand it? Always remember, we are taking in oxygen and we are giving out carbon dioxide. Air is entering from the nose, entering, then the windpipe is there, which I have shown you, the trachea, then the lungs I have shown you. The picture I have drawn. This is like the lungs. Inside the lung, this is there, which I have already drawn in the figure.